Millionaire sees homeless girl teaching her son to walk. What he learns changes his life forever. It was a chilly autumn afternoon when Charles Whitmore, a self-made millionaire and tech entrepreneur, decided to take a walk through the city park. His mind was consumed with deadlines, investments, and expansion plans. All the usual worries that come with running a multi-million-dollar empire. The last thing he expected was for a quiet moment in the park to change everything. As he walked past the playground, something caught his eye. A young girl, no older than 17, barefoot and wearing worn-out clothes, crouched in the grass. She was gently holding the hands of a toddler, guiding him step by step. The little boy, likely just over a year old, stumbled and giggled as he tried to walk on his own. Charles slowed down, something about the scene tugging at him. The girl's face radiated pure joy, despite her obvious hardship. Her son fell, and instead of frustration, she clapped her hands and kissed his forehead. Moved by curiosity and something deeper he couldn't quite explain, Charles approached them. "Excuse me," he said gently, "I couldn't help but notice. You're really patient with him. He's lucky to have you." The girl looked up, startled at first, then smiled politely. "Thank you. He's all I've got, so I try to make every moment count." They began talking. Her name was Emily, and she had been on the streets for nearly a year after running away from an abusive home. She had no family willing to take her in, and no access to shelters that would accept minors with children. Despite this, she spent her days teaching her son how to walk, sing, and laugh, trying to give him a childhood better than her own. Charles was stunned. For years he had donated to causes from a distance: homelessness, youth shelters, abuse prevention, but here was a living, breathing story right in front of him. Emily wasn't just surviving, she was fighting to give her child a life filled with love. He sat with her for hours, listening, learning, reflecting. By the time the sun began to set, his eyes welled with tears. Her strength, selflessness, and resilience shattered something inside him. Something cold he hadn't even realized was there. That night, Charles didn't just walk away. He found Emily and her son a safe place to stay. He used his resources to help her get an education, secure childcare, and eventually her own apartment. But more than that, Charles changed. He launched a foundation in Emily's name, the Emily Hope Foundation, dedicated to helping homeless youth with children find shelter, education, and opportunity. He began visiting shelters himself, mentoring, giving speeches, not just about success, but about humanity. And Emily? She finished school, went on to study early childhood development, and began working with the foundation that was inspired by her. All because one man stopped long enough to see the love between a young mother and her son and let it change him. Let me know if you'd like it written in another style, like more dramatic or more dialogue-heavy.